welcome back, folks, and welcome back to the show. Season greetings. In the studio, we have my good buddy, and he has the folks from the BVI Tropical Shootout. So if you guys want to get in on this, the numbers are on the screen, 541-7541. If you want to get in, if you want to send us a text, the number is on the screen. You can get in any information that you're requesting. The folks who are in charge are here right now, so you can get a chance to support.
Yeah,
bring us up to speed.
Absolutely. We have with us Glenn Harrigan, who is the chairman of the BVI Basketball Events Management Limited, which is an official company now. I'd let Glenn as the chairman sort of walk you through that. And along with him, we have Keith 88 Malone, also a member of the committee and the company. And
can you announce the company's name again?
Well, I'm gonna pass right over to Glenn, who's gonna walk you through that. So, Glenn, good evening, 88. Good to have you guys on board.
Good to be here.
Okay, good evening, good to be
good
here.
Evening, yes.
Obviously, the question is, you're here to talk about basketball, Tropical Shootout. Is it on, and in what form?
Yes, it is definitely on, and there is a new company called Basketball Events Management, BVI Limited, which is a non-profit organization which has been formed to take over the responsibility for running this event. So it's formed, and like I said, it's been registered as a non-profit. So and all the plans and everything for making sure this event comes out successfully are now being finalized, and the event will run from December 18th to the 22nd, and the actual game dates are the 20th and the 21st.
Excellent. So for those who are wondering, who are asking, the bottom line is, folks, BVI Tropical Shootout is on. And, Keith 88 Malone, we really got to give Steve Powell his kudos. Without him, this thing would not have been possible.
Yes, definitely. It was a brainchild of Steve's, and we definitely don't want to leave him out. But the main focus why we are here tonight, though, is to let the public to know that the Tropical Shootout is on, and we are definitely soliciting the support of the general public to come on out and support, which we know and will be a good event. As a basketball coach, I know it's going to be high-level basketball, and it's something that I've been preaching, that you need to be playing at the game speed, which transit when you get to the States, and I'm pretty sure we're going to get that when we get here.
Now, we're talking about game speed and to another level. It's NCAA, for people that really don't understand, because we want to get the average guy out here. Kind of break it down for them a bit, 88, for the guys that haven't seen that level like you.
Well, being that we are in the season of basketball, there's a lot of college basketball going on, and we have been seeing our local town boy, who we are really expecting to come out and do his thing and have the public rally around him, which is Banana Novel Carey. He plays for Southern Miss, and so we're really looking out to see him come out and really perform. Game speed in the sense that here we have a tendency to go slow, but the pace in which these guys play and practice is going to be tremendous. So we're really looking to see high quality basketball. Right now we have Summer Jam going on in Virgin Gorda. We really expect Virgin Gorda to come down in a big way, and really compare, where we need to be as far as basketball is concerned. So we're looking forward to that.
Now, for those of you folks who don't know, can you announce the teams that are going to be participating in the tournaments?
Yeah, the four teams are the University of Southern Mississippi, Coppin State University, Jacksonville State University, and the University of Arkansas Little Rock. Those are the four teams.
Yes, Arkansas Little Rock, I know they are a powerhouse in their conference. Southern Miss right now have a great record going on. They're, I think, 7-1. They lost to the number one team back then, Louisville, the other night, and then come back with a big win. So they are really pushing, and I think at some point is favored to win their conference, which is the USA Conference, which is currently out of the 36 conference in the United States, they're number 7. So we are really expecting high quality basketball.
Now let's explain something to the folks, because maybe people are thinking this is just going to be a little rinky-dink kind of matchup and these guys are going to play how they want. Is this tournament here just a matchup, or is it something that's going to mean something to these players? How important is it to them?
I think what you're trying to ask if it's a sanctioned game or it's a accredited game.
Yeah.
Glenn is going to explain.
Okay. Yeah, the games are part of their regular schedule, so the games here actually count towards their record in going towards the finals and so on. So yeah, they are real games that count. So
yeah, in other words, these guys have to win. It's not a game that they can just come out and just play. It's not a game that they can just say, well, let's give this game because it's a little bit of a match game. These are games that are counting towards their end of season scores.
Right.
And so these are important games to them.
Okay, Paul, I have a text.
Okay, we have a text. Sure, go ahead.
It says, where is the founder, Mr. Steve Powell of Tropical Shootout? Is the government being partial here?
Is the government being
Partial.
partial?
Question? I mean, anybody can answer.
no, I mean as we got involved with trying to save the event, because if you read the press and so on and online media a couple of weeks ago, you can see it was at a risk of being cancelled. A group of us got involved trying to save, and we went out to the companies and so on, and also approached the government. And there was a serious outcry that they wanted accountability. So that's why this new organization was set up. But we still embrace Steve, and we're willing to work with him in the areas of his strength. So he's not left out.
Okay. For who sent in that text, there you have it. He's not going to be left out.
Not at all. I shouldn't see, with his experience, I shouldn't see why anyone would want to leave him out.
Now, there was a talk, like you guys said, of the tournament being cancelled and government couldn't assist. And is there government assistance in the tournament?
Yes, there will be some government assistance, but also from we've done a outreach to companies as well, and there's been some overwhelming response from companies. So it's a mix of both government and companies. And we're still looking for assistance. So anyone out there who feels the desire and the urge to do so, we welcome it.
Now, the groundwork that has been set by Steve Powell as far as accommodations and trips and stuff like that, is that being sought out still? Is that being looked at? Yeah, because there were a following of people who dedicated to coming.
Right.
So you guys still looking into it?
Well, we're not sure about what's happening on the side with the fans and so on coming,
right.
But all the arrangements for the teams and so on for the airfares and the hotels, those are being finalized. Some as we speak, so that's all settled and taken care of.
Okay, the next question is, wow, I think we're gonna have a full night, Paul.
Okay, go ahead. So we have a lot of texts coming in.
They said, but why is Steve out of the mix here if only money was the issue?
I don't think anybody said only money was the issue. I don't think that comment was made. But Steve hasn't been left out in the cold. A new committee was formed. And Steve Powell, although he is working along with the committee, is not a member of the committee. So the committee members are here tonight representing which is a new company called the BVI Events Management, the Basketball Events Management BVI Limited. So Steve hasn't been left out at all, but he will have an active part to play in the basketball shootout. If he once he so desires, I don't think anybody doesn't or wouldn't want Steve to be a part of it. But as far as tonight is concerned, the individuals who are speaking are members of that company and of the new formed.
So can you give us an idea of some of the other members of this committee, Paul?
Well, If I may step in, the reason why we are here, and not discrediting anyone, is really to promote basketball. And I think we should kind of stick with that, because a lot is going to be invested in terms of trying to get these teams here. And though there are issues surrounding that, the main focus really should be how we're going to support these 4 teams coming in to the BVI and giving them a warm BVI welcome and appreciating basketball at a high level. No doubt in my mind that Mr. Parolon.
We have a call.
Okay.
Good evening. You're on the sports desk. Hello. Good.
Yeah, I'm glad the event is going to be held. But I want to know if it's going to be annually and what role is Steve going to be playing in it.
Well, from my point of view, it will be annually, and the role that Steve will play from here in, I would say, if I'm not overstepping my bounds, would be as an advisor. He has good ideas, and wherever his ideas can be suited to really make this tropical shootout to its fullest, then he will be accepted in that capacity. But
I hope and listen because I'm not getting a good reception.
Okay, thank you.
yeah, so so we don't want anyone to feel he's being left out. But the truth and fact is that we're trying to promote the games that we have been handed in a week and a half span. Before we know it's the 18th, and we got to make sure that we do our part as a new committee to make sure that these players feel welcome, that we get basketball to its fullest potential, and that's what we're trying to do.
I'm glad that you mentioned that too, AT, because I was about to get to that. What are we doing as far as, like you said, giving these teams this welcome that we're supposed to be doing in the short space of time that we have? What are the plans, or how are we going about doing that?
Well, go ahead. Glenn.
I mean, there were a lot of plans that were made by Steve, because he's been planning this thing for many months now. So we're gonna take, his schedule and itinerary and so forth, and we'll, see what we can use from that. And in addition, if we need to enhance or add other things, we'll do it as well. I mean, this committee just really got together a few days ago,
and you guys have a big task at hand.
A big task in a few days. So everything is not concrete as yet, but we're working on it. And we also, inviting people out there who, like basketball and, want to help, they're welcome to come and help us. We're going to need a lot of help in the next
Paul, you wanted to say something?
But I just want to reiterate what both guys are saying, and I like how he did put it, is that, we're here to talk basketball. None of us went out, with a negative approach. It was brought to us. And we want to see basketball work. We're out there. We're asking the public now to support this committee. This is a committee that was put together basically. We didn't sort of come together and collaborate, but we realized that something which was big, had a potential of not making it. We've jumped in, and now the focus has to be it's basketball. Let's talk basketball. The word we want on the street is the tropical shootout is on. All hands on deck, all men and women to be on the court to watch basketball. Yeah. That's the word. And
I mean, even in addition to basketball too, there's the sports tourism. This event has the potential, in years to come to be a significant event that brings a lot of tourists to the BVI. If you get the right teams, the teams are going to have fans that follow them and so on. So you can bring a lot of people to the country over a short 4-day period and inject some serious funds into the economy, and if you're doing that just before Christmas, even better. So, that is also a major part of why I'm involved in this event.
I'm glad that you mentioned that, because I know my colleague on the other side heard me singing a song about sports tourism for a long time, and I've actually had some conversations with my good friend 88 about sports tourism, and I think that now that you guys are involved and you guys are seeing what we are talking about, I think it might be a little easier for the heads, the powers that may be, to understand from your perspective what the can be done with something like that. Because I've had the opportunity to speak to some of the heads of government, and I don't think they understood still, even for our tourism board, I don't think they still understood what sports tourism can do for the country. So I'm glad that you guys are on board now, and you guys should be able to make an impact in that capacity.
Right. I mean, if you look right next door at St. Thomas, they have a Paradise Jam, an event similar.
And they
to
just
this,
had the women's playing down there.
But bigger. They have both a men's tournament and a women's tournament, and when they're holding that tournament, I mean, practically every hotel room in St. Thomas is sold out.
Car rentals, everybody's out.
Right. So, you can think, a couple of years down the road, we keep this going and keep it at a high level, we could have that happening here in the BVI as well. And, that's one of the objectives that we're aiming to achieve.
I know, like I said, you've been handed this in your hand, and it's a short time to do so. I mean, how are you guys managing to do it so far? I mean, as far as your marketing, as far as getting the word out on the street, how is that coming?
Well, that is really good. This is the inception of it.
This is it.
So the sports is basically the
There you go. This is it.
Wow.
This is it. That's how big sports this is, Carl. Yeah, sure.
And so we're gonna start going out to the public tomorrow with the other media. And we have a meeting scheduled where we're gonna come together and decide both regular advertising and also social media, that sort of stuff to attract the younger folk, and all of those kind of things are what we plan to put into place.
And Glenn, maybe I could just throw into the general public and say, if there are people out there who have management skills or skills which they think would be an asset to the Tropical Shootout Committee, we'd be happy to have you, contact, any member and come on board, or lend your support in whatever way, because certainly the committee doesn't think they know everything. In fact, they know very little, and the more that we can get in this short couple of weeks, the better. So, please, feel free to, give us a call, and you can touch one of the members. These guys. Give us your support. We want your support.
Now, 88, I have a text that came in for you. The text says, "What state does your jersey hang in?"
Westchester, White Plains, New York.
There you have it, folks.
Yeah.
White Plains, New York, Westchester. I guess somebody's trying to get some information on it.
Before we leave, I want to ask the guys with something we haven't actually talked about, and I'm going to throw it out on air now. I want to know if Southern Miss is our home team.
Well, we have no choice.
Yeah, we have no choice.
We have no choice. We have Norval Carey, who have represented the BVI on the national level. He's a hometown boy, humble, willing to work hard, and speaking to one of the coaches, he thinks that he can be really something in the next 4 years if he sticks with it. And so it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun watching a hometown boy really go up and do his thing. Then we have one of the coaches from Southern Miss, Jareem. He's from St. Croix, so he's having a following come over from St. Croix.
Wow!
So it's going to be really nice. I spoke to Wes, who's in charge of Summer Jam in Virgin Gorda, and he's going to try and get a whole of Virgin Gorda down here. His Summer Jam should be finished.
Yes.
And so we're really looking for a fun time.
Yeah, So guys, Norval Carey is on Southern Miss. Southern Miss is your team. So come on out. We're going to be wearing the Southern Miss colors and waving that flag, right?
Banana.
Banana to show. Yeah. We're going to buy some flags with bananas, and we're going to wave it out. Yellow. Banana.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of halftime surprises. So really, come on out. There's going to be halftime surprises. For ladies, for young ones, you could win something. Come on out. It's going to be fun.
Now, any plans? I know some of the teams are probably coming in early and some are leaving later. Any plans for them after or before the game started? You guys have any ideas when the games are going to start, when the teams are going to come in, if we're going to be able to meet with them?
Yeah.
Any of that kind of information?
The teams start coming in on the 18th, Three teams come in on the 18th and one comes in on the 19th, and then those coming in on the 18th leave on the 22nd, and the one coming in on the 19th leaves on the 23rd.
Any plans for the general public to interact with the teams or schools or anything?
We're gonna try and have a welcome reception the first night, open that people can come and meet, and we're also gonna try and have them while they're here do a basketball clinic. AD could probably talk a bit more about that.
Yeah, I spoke with them and they are going to do coaches clinic, which I think is very important for us here in the BVI, and while the referees are here, see if they can get them to do a little clinics. We're going to visit the schools, of course, to show the importance of education, which is to do with my program that I was here a week ago. More than ball, that education is definitely the key. So it's going to be a fun time.
So, folks, I guess we could look forward to the tropical. Is the name changed from BVI Tropical Shootout? I just had to ask the question. Because I've been hearing Tropical Shootout all the time. BVI Tropical Shootout is on. It's going to be, the teams are going to be here from the 18th. It runs from the games are actually from the 20th to the 22nd. Nothing has changed. We're looking for your undivided support. Everybody come out, support the team. We have, like these guys are saying, we have a local that's on one of the teams. You guys come out and support them. Norbert Carey, he's from right there, Hampton. We got you guys know him. He played with our national team. The games are on, and you heard it first here.
That's right.
On the sports desk. My colleague, he still didn't tell me who his committee was, but you guys will hear about it sometime later. But guys, we're coming to the territory of the clock. I know. I just want to remind you guys too that 88 team is playing Saturday night against Andrew Foy's team. It's going to be a big game, the 40+ games.
Where?
He's still not in good shape yet, but hopefully he'll be there for the championships. It's going to be played at the multi-purpose complex, and there's an all-star netball game that's going to be going on before. Come out and watch the ladies. The second game is going to be between East Right Mix going up against Lower State Flyers. That's supposed to be a good game. It's a lot of trash talking between those two teams. So this is a heavy weekend game coming up. You guys come out and support because it's going to be all that. And the Tropical Shootout, like these guys, as I was saying, it's on. You heard it here first. The teams are coming. Everything is set. We're preparing as we go along. And you're going to hear a lot more from them, right, Paul?
You better believe it.
Absolutely. And Carl keeps on forgetting that Friday night, set it off, the defending champions come up against East Rockers with Bolo and his crew in the Virgin Gorda Friday night. I'll be there live, folks. Paul the Ball will be there. So if just in case you get a message, you'll see it on television on Monday. But I will also be there for the Tropical Shootout, so you'll see that on television as well.
But you know, the 40+ game has to wrap up in Virgin Gorda too. I haven't heard from West in a long time.
There will be no 40+ this week. We had that.
Well, no, I know about this week, but I haven't heard from him for a while. It seems like he's in my bad book right now, but
no, he's not.
Nevertheless, West, it's all good. It's all basketball. So let us know what's going on and the 40+ wrap up in Virgin Gorda. I know it's a one-game knockout also. So hopefully Andrew Foy team again will be vying for the championship. But
get knocked out twice?
No, we're going to be there to knock him down this time. But like I said, don't forget the Tropical Shootout is on. It's going to be here from the 18th. The folks coming from the 18th to the 22nd. The game start the 20th, 22nd. Tell your friend to tell their friend to come out and support the games. Again, this weekend, 40+ game continues. Multi-purpose complex. Kids $2, adults $5. Proceeds go back to all the teams and getting the tournament started. So please come out and support these both events. Guys, we'd like to thank you guys for coming in. I know your time was short. I know you're going to be back to let us know what's going on with this thing. I know if my good colleague has anything to do with it, we'll be hearing a lot more about this. So let the general public know, Paul, you're going to close?
Yeah, sure. Well, just a quick reminder again that the Tropical Shootout is definitely on. As we hear in the alarm, that the producer tells us time is up. Also, of course, Old Madrid, we want to congratulate them. Third place in Antigua. And, of course, VG Summer Jam. It's set it off, defending champions against East Rockers. So until next week, Carl, what do you want to tell the folks?
Be a good sportsman.
Good sportsman, yeah.
Sports Desk is sponsored by Lime, the better, faster 4G network.